Hey everyone, Virginia Morris, Hitchcock Maddox Financial Partners, continuing our Financial Planning Simplified video series. And we're really focusing on community partnerships in this segment. And this is part 2 of a 2-part series with Dr. Kristi Bradford with Leadership Trussville. So welcome back, Dr. Bradford. We're excited to have you here again today. And we want to talk a little bit about what we stopped with on the last segment, which was the group projects. So out of 3 classes, I guess there's been 15 or so projects that have come out, and that is the give back to the community that the groups, the classes can do. So of those 15, we certainly can't talk about all of those today, but we wanted to kind of highlight some of those and just see where those have kind of come from and how they're going. And so if you could just give us an overview of 3 or 4 of those, that would be great.
Yes, and you're right, Virginia, 15 projects. I think projects are the most exciting part to me of Leadership Trussville. It's the ultimate result of having participated in this class and the ultimate way that they can give back to our community. And the projects have been awesome. But I had to pare it down, so I pulled, and I tried to pull some from each one of our classes, but we've really had some great projects come out. And these participants looked at the 2040 plan to get ideas. They could also come up with their own ideas. It didn't have to be in the 2040 plan, but just some way to improve or enhance Trussville, and they all nailed it. One of the projects that you're probably very familiar with, because we just had a ribbon cutting and it's very active, is the Miracle League. So there was a group who had seen a Miracle League in other cities, and they decided they wanted to bring that to Trussville. And so they formed a committee and got that going and worked with another city that had a Miracle League, and now we have people coming into Trussville from all over to play on our Miracle League field. It also brings Trussvillians to the Miracle League field as volunteers to play, and it's just so much fun. So that came out of Leadership Trussville, and a great partnership with Amorex to form that Miracle League field. Another one was the interactive chamber map. The chamber had been wanting to update their website to have an interactive map where people in Trussville or anywhere could go on and add events that were going on in Trussville, civic events, community events, different things throughout the community, so that if somebody's new in Trussville, they can go to the chamber website, click on this calendar, find out what's happening, where it's located, what time, and they feel involved. They don't feel like the outsider. So it was great, and that group also worked with the chamber to create a printed map, or printed calendar, and a printed map of the city, because the chamber said so many people call asking for printed maps of Trussville. And so Leadership Trussville was able to help with both of those things that the chamber needed. Another exciting project was a business incubator, similar to Innovation Depot in Birmingham. This group wants a space for startup businesses and entrepreneurs to be able to come in and get their business started and going. And they would be part of that incubator space for maybe a year. And then they're on their feet, and that incubator space helps them find resources, financial resources and other resources to get their business off the ground and running. And so that's very exciting to me that Trussville might have something like that one day. So that's one of our newest projects that came out of your class, Class 3. We also had a low-speed transportation committee, and they were very excited. This is biking trails, hiking trails, golf cart paths, anything low-speed transportation. And as a result of being involved in Leadership Trussville, they went to the city with their idea, and they actually became a city committee, and they are off and rolling on trying to get these paths created for people to be able to do bike rides and hikes and golf cart rides through Trussville. So that's exciting.
Those are amazing projects.
Yes.
So what do you think were really the biggest challenges? Give me some examples of some of the challenges that the groups faced when they're putting these projects together?
Well, I think one challenge I've seen that has happened to several groups is they have an idea that they want to do, and they go and approach the organization and they say, hey, can we do, this is what we want to do. And the organization goes, well, yeah, we can work on that. But then it never comes to fruition. And they have to turn in a proposal for these projects to the board in January. And sometimes a project will fall apart before they can turn it in. So I've seen that happen. That's a challenge. Another challenge is sometimes finding resources to make this project happen. So there are some challenges that go with these projects.
I could see that. So how about implementation? How hard is it to get implementation kind of rolling and going with it?
Well, most of the groups, when they choose a project, they're very passionate about that project, and that helps in the implementation. Some people in Class 1, they are still going with their projects. In fact, one group formed a 501c3 to carry out their project, which I thought was pretty awesome that they were able to do that. So I think the passion drives these projects to come to fruition, and that's exactly what we want.
So how do you think what the impact of this would be on our local businesses and our community as a whole? We'll kind of wrap up with that.
Well, just like the interactive calendar that is on the chamber website. So if people want to know, when is Trussville having dog days, they can go to that interactive calendar and click and see. If they want to get involved civically, if they want to know when Rotary meets, they can click on there and see the different Rotary clubs Trussville has and when they meet. So it's just a great resource. So it brings people into our city. A lot of these projects, the Miracle League, I mean, people come from all over to play on our Miracle League field. They shop in our shops, they eat at our restaurants, some of them may get a hotel room, I don't know. But it brings people here, and that improves our economy.
And I would imagine the business incubator, even though that's a new project, and that did come out of the most recent class, which was just a few months ago, I would imagine the business incubator would be a really important project to come out if it comes to fruition, and just to create that small business atmosphere that will really go back into our economy.
Yes, and that is so exciting because there are so many startups and people with great ideas. They just need a space to work. They need some people who can help them find resources. So that would be very exciting to see that come out of Trussville.
Yes, it would. It would. Well, we very much appreciate your time spending a couple of segments with us, and we will wrap up and move on to another community partner in our next series. But we appreciate Dr. Bradford, and Leadership Trussville is amazing. So for anyone who's watching that wants to be a part of it, certainly reach out and we can connect you. And Virginia Morris, Hitchcock Maddox Financial Partners, Dr. Kristi Bradford. Thank you.